Hi, whatever the make, model, or year of your Honda, if your belt path looks like this is the video for you. I'm going to be using this 14mm double box end wrench, a turnbuckle that's 8 inches long extended, as well as a 4-inch piece of steel cable that will reach a bracket, because I don't like doing these belts conventional way. I like to hold the tension off, remove the belt, put the new one on, and then return the tension. This cable has one crimped end and one end that is adjustable, and it's really pretty handy to get to any length you want. I can just work it through this clamp until I get it where I want it, and then just tighten it up. So this works out pretty good to reach about anything you want to on the vehicle as far as a bracket. We're placing our steel cable end over a bracket on the wheel well that also holds some lines. This is just one way to do this. If you have using a different bracket or a different arrangement of tools, it's also possible to do it on virtually any car. And then the open end of our 14mm wrench will fit on the tensioner nut. And there's how the rig looks, all hooked up and ready to pull on the tensioner. This is just a little view closer up of the tensioner itself in the 14mm wrench. I'm able to shorten this turnbuckle, turning it toward me, for a fair amount of the distance needed by hand. Or with a 9/16 wrench. It's going to take a little longer. If it gets more difficult, you can turn this way. Okay, so that's plenty. So now we just have to slip the belt off. Kind of turn it sideways as you go around your holding tool. And it's still hung up on the crank down here. And look at that. This belt's definitely due to be changed. The replacement belt, $15. Okay, what I'm doing here is making a loop of the belt and slipping it between the tensioner and the idler, and then working it around the crankshaft and the air conditioning compressor and the other components. Really impossible to show this. You've got to get down deep in there and make it work. Let's make this a little more graphically easy to see. So between the tensioner and idler, open up a loop, get it around the crankshaft. You're going to have to stick your arm in there to do that. Then around the air conditioning compressor, the idler, the alternator, and then you're going to have a loop left. And with the tension off, you're going to be able to just slip this right over the power steering pump. And there it is. And here's a look at the very end of it, where I almost caught this on screen, but I'm slipping it around the holding tool, turning it sideways, and then slipping it up over the power steering pump pulley. And then when that's on there, just make sure it's fully seated, that the ribs are all engaged. So detensioning this is very simple. You do it by hand. And I thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe. I have more interesting videos in the works.